Over the past few months, the Roller Champions team has been hard at work polishing the game behind the scenes. If you don't know what Roller Champions is, well, it's this amazing skill-based sports game by Ubisoft that was demoed at E3 2019. The basic premise is people on skates go around in a circle to build up the score and throw a ball into a hoop to win. Trust me, it's really fun. Anyway, this means, unfortunately, that we can't play Roller Champions right now. Or can we? So I decided to recreate the gameplay mechanics and style of Roller Champions in a free-to-play, 100% open fan game that will be available until Roller Champions releases. So I figured that the best way to start would be making the player movement and character. I decided that in order to maintain simplicity and the fact that I can't animate anything, I would stick to spheres and a low poly / simple art style. So here's how the player movement would work. You are a sphere, right? Now, if you press the W key, you want to go forward. All I have to do is rotate the sphere forward based on where you're looking. Easy peasy, right? So, cool. Now we have a ball that moves. What's next? Well, in Roller Champions, there's a mechanic where you can gain more speed when going downhill. It's called pumping. This is pretty straightforward to implement, as I just add force to you when you're going downhill, making you go faster. This took some tweaking to get right, but I think it's decent so far. Okay, nice. We have a player, we have pumping, but it still isn't Roller Champions. Not even close. We need an arena. So I opened up Blender and proceeded to create the most beautiful map anyone has ever seen in record time. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. I can't do any sort of 3D modeling at all, but luckily, my good old pal buddy over here, Flurp, came to my rescue and said that he could create an arena. Thanks, Flurp, you're a pal. So while he's making that sleek roller rink, I can focus on some other aspects of the mechanics. Jumping was pretty quick to do, just a little pop. Looks good, I like it. Oh, Flurp is already done with that arena? That was fast. That looks great. So let's do a little recap. We have a player. The player can roll around, pump, jump, all in this nice looking arena and, well, not much else. So if you don't know, Roller Champions has a ball that players can pick up and skate around with. It's the thing you throw in the hoop. Yeah, that thing. We need that thing if this game is going to be any fun. So, I made that thing. We now have a ball. Wow, that's a great looking ball. I know. I made it. So having a ball is cool and all, but what do we do with this ball? Well, you have to make laps around the arena in order to gain points. 1 lap will grant you 1 point if you score, 2 laps around will give you 3 points if you score, and 3 laps is 5 points. A little bit complicated. The arena in Roller Champions has 4 checkpoints. You need to pass all 4 of them in order to count that as a lap. Okay, great. So I created the checkpoints. They light up too, isn't that neat? I won't bore you with all the logic needed for this part, but it's a little bit complicated. I'll tell you that. So, I would say it's starting to come together nicely. The ball will spawn in a random corner when the game starts. You can pick it up, go around the rink, and score. What's this missing, though? Oh yeah, tackling. Tackling in Roller Champions will knock a player down and prevent them from moving for a while. And if you have the ball, you will drop it. It's a very essential aspect of the game. If you have the ball and can't drop it, then there's like no point anyway. This was a very difficult thing to approach because there's so many ways that I could do it. The way I started with was whenever a player left clicks, the game would look directly where you were looking in like a sort of box, and if a player was in that box, they would be tackled. This was sort of problematic though, as the box could sometimes lag behind the player in a weird physics bug, and you could essentially tackle yourself, which it's not very desirable. It was also hard to tell where you were looking and where the box would be, so I decided to scrap this. Eventually, I decided to go a more simplified route. When you left-click, the game will search for anyone within a certain tackle distance. If anyone is within that distance, you will tackle them. And since spheres can't really fall down, I decided to make them turn into a square. Yeah, don't ask me why, alright? It's been like 2 days without sleep, okay? But it works. So at this point, the game was getting so close. I could feel it. People in the Discord were getting sort of anxious, which was cool, I guess. So after a brief talk with an Ubisoft employee, the date was settled. The release date was Thursday, October 15th. I had to be ready. I had 2 days to create the main menu, account management, matchmaking systems, servers. Oh god. I have worked tirelessly over the past week to create the best game I could possibly make. I have tested everything that I thought needs testing. I was ready. The menu looked clean. The movement felt smooth. The game looked like it had been made in a week, because it was. But it worked, so that's all that mattered. It was time to release. The release went really well, actually. There were tons of people playing the game, and through all of the minor issues and small patches I had to put out during release day, I don't think anyone knows just how much that day meant to me. Seeing so many people interested in a project that I had brought together gave me so much joy. I just want to take a minute to give thanks to Flurp for the arena and ring models and some critical feedback. I also want to thank Snufflebox, Zyber, and Justin for helping me decorate the outside of the map. I also want to thank the couple early testers who gave me an insane amount of valuable feedback. I want to thank all of the Roller Champions community who helped this project succeed and continue to support it. I also want to thank Ubisoft for supporting fan-made projects like this one. If you want to try out Coast for yourself, and it's free I might add, you can join our Discord and you can find the store channel where you can download the game and try it out. Since release, I've put in more than one content update per day. I've added things like more game modes such as 1v1 and 2v2. I've added hats you can wear, skins you can put on, different goal explosions just because. I will continue to try to support this game all the way until Roller Champions releases. So, see you in the rink?